Welcome to Mindfulness in Crisis, Transformative Lessons from Jon Kabat-Zinn. In the coming chapters, you will discover how mindfulness can revolutionize your approach to life's challenges, turning crises into opportunities for growth and healing. Jon Kabat-Zinn, a pioneer in integrating meditation and mindfulness into Western medicine, guides us through practices and principles that can help you find peace and balance amidst chaos. Get ready to learn how to live with greater presence, compassion, and resilience. Chapter 1. The Challenge of Crisis. Take a deep breath, feel the air filling your lungs and releasing tension with each exhale. Just as air flows in and out, so do crises in our lives. Crises are inevitable, unexpected, and often destabilizing. But what if you could face each crisis with a clear mind and an open heart? Jon Kabat-Zinn invites us to see crises not as insurmountable obstacles, but as opportunities for growth and transformation. In this chapter, we explore how the practice of mindfulness can help you live fully even in the most difficult moments. Imagine you are in the middle of a storm. The wind is blowing furiously, the rain is pounding relentlessly, and you feel like you have no control over anything. This is the moment to pause, to anchor yourself in the present. Mindfulness is your refuge in the storm. It is not about escaping reality, but about facing it with serenity and courage. A crisis is like a bell calling you to wake up, to pay attention. When you face a crisis with mindfulness, you realize that you are not trapped in the storm. You are the vast sky in which the storm occurs. Emotions, no matter how intense, are like passing clouds. Observe how they arise and disappear without clinging to them. Kabat-Zinn reminds us that every moment of crisis is an invitation to reconnect with our own humanity. It is an opportunity to practice compassion, starting with ourselves. Allow yourself to feel the pain, the confusion, and the uncertainty. Do not judge your reactions. Instead, accept them with kindness and curiosity. Remember that a crisis can also reveal strengths and internal resources you didn't know you had. It can be the catalyst for profound and meaningful changes in your life. Do not underestimate the power of resilience that lies within you. The practice of mindfulness helps you discover and cultivate that resilience. As you advance in your practice, you will realize that mindfulness is not just a technique for moments of crisis, but a way of living. It allows you to be present in every moment, appreciating life in its entirety, with its ups and downs, joys and challenges. Ultimately, mindfulness helps you live with greater authenticity and depth. Jon Kabat-Zinn explains that the mind tends to react automatically to crises, activating fight or flight mechanisms. These responses can be useful in immediate danger situations, but are often inadequate for facing the complex and emotional challenges of modern life. This is where mindfulness plays a crucial role. By training the mind to observe automatic reactions without identifying with them, you can choose more conscious and effective responses. One of the fundamental principles of mindfulness is acceptance. This does not mean resignation or surrender, but recognizing reality as it is in the present moment. By accepting your emotions and thoughts, even the painful ones, you reduce the internal resistance that can amplify suffering. Acceptance allows you to approach crises with an open mind and a compassionate heart. Another powerful tool is guided meditation. Jon Kabat-Zinn suggests practicing specific meditations to face stress and anxiety. A common meditation is the body scan, where you direct your attention to different parts of your body, observing sensations without judgment. This practice can help you tune into your body and release accumulated tensions, creating a sense of calm and clarity. In addition to formal meditation, it is important to integrate mindfulness into your daily activities. You can practice mindfulness while eating, walking, or even doing household chores. The key is to be fully present in what you are doing, without letting your mind wander into worries about the past or future. In times of crisis, the mind can be filled with negative and fearful thoughts. Mindfulness helps you distance yourself from these thoughts, recognizing that they are not facts, but simply mental events that arise and disappear. This understanding can free you from the power that thoughts have over you. Kabat-Zinn also highlights the importance of compassion in the practice of mindfulness. Compassion is an attitude of kindness toward yourself and others, especially in moments of suffering. Practicing compassion can help you be more patient and gentle with yourself as you navigate difficulties. One of the fundamental teachings of mindfulness is impermanence. Everything, including crises, is in constant change. By observing this continuous flow, you can develop a broader and less attached perspective. This does not mean ignoring pain or difficulty, but accepting them as part of the fabric of life. As you conclude this first chapter, I invite you to reflect on a recent crisis in your life. How did you face it? What did you learn from that experience? And most importantly, How could you apply mindfulness to live fully through future crises? Consider keeping a journal of your mindfulness practice and observe how your ability to handle stress and uncertainty evolves. Chapter 2: Mindfulness, Finding Peace Amidst Chaos. In the midst of chaos and turbulence, finding peace may seem impossible. However, Jon Kabat-Zinn shows us that it is precisely in those moments when the practice of mindfulness becomes most crucial and powerful. Mindfulness is the ability to be fully present in the current moment, without judging or trying to change what is happening. It is a practice of radical acceptance and openness to experience as it is. In times of crisis, this attitude can transform your relationship with suffering. Imagine sitting by a turbulent river. The waters are chaotic and disorderly, full of debris and rapid currents. Mindfulness is not about stopping the river or cleaning its waters. Instead, it is about sitting on the bank and observing the flow of the water with all its twists and turns. You do not identify with the river, you simply observe it. Formal meditation practice is one of the most effective ways to cultivate mindfulness. It can be as simple as sitting quietly and paying attention to your breath. Each inhalation and exhalation becomes an anchor that keeps you in the present. As your mind inevitably wanders, simply bring it back again and again to the breath. In addition to meditation, mindfulness can be integrated into your daily activities. You can practice mindfulness while eating, walking, or even washing the dishes. The key is to be fully present in what you are doing, without letting your mind wander into worries about the past or future. In times of crisis, the mind can be filled with negative and fearful thoughts. Mindfulness helps you distance yourself from these thoughts, recognizing that they are not facts, but simply mental events that arise and disappear. This understanding can free you from the power that thoughts have over you. Kabat-Zinn also emphasizes the importance of compassion in the practice of mindfulness. Compassion is an attitude of kindness toward yourself and others, especially in moments of suffering. Practicing compassion can help you be more patient and gentle with yourself as you navigate difficulties. One of the fundamental teachings of mindfulness is impermanence. Everything, including crises, is in constant change. By observing this continuous flow, you can develop a broader and less attached perspective. This does not mean ignoring pain or difficulty, but accepting them as part of the fabric of life. Jon Kabat-Zinn suggests specific mindfulness practices for times of crisis. One of them is walking meditation. As you walk, pay attention to each step, the sensation of your feet touching the ground, the movement of your body. This practice not only anchors you in the present, but can also be a way to release physical and emotional tension. Another useful practice is mindful eating. Instead of eating automatically, pay attention to each bite, to the flavors, textures, and sensations in your body. Eating mindfully can help you develop a healthier relationship with food and more deeply appreciate the simple moments of life. Mindfulness can also be applied to interpersonal relationships. In times of crisis, relationships can be strained by stress and tension. Practicing attentive listening, being present with others without judging or interrupting, can significantly improve communication and emotional connection. Mindfulness allows you to be truly present with others, offering support and compassion. Additionally, Kabat-Zinn reminds us that mindfulness is not a practice perfected overnight. It is a continuous journey of self-discovery and growth. Each moment of practice, no matter how small, contributes to developing a greater capacity to live fully. As you conclude this second chapter, I invite you to explore how you can incorporate more mindfulness practices into your daily life. Could you dedicate a few minutes each day to meditation? Or perhaps practice mindfulness during a daily activity? Remember that every moment is an opportunity to cultivate peace and clarity, even in the midst of chaos. Chapter 3: The Power of Now, Being Present in Difficult Times. We live in a world that constantly pushes us to think about the past and worry about the future. However, true peace and clarity can only be found in the present moment. Jon Kabat-Zinn invites us to explore the transformative power of being present, especially in difficult times. The now is all we truly have. The past is gone, and the future has not yet arrived. By focusing on the present moment, you can release the burden of worries and regrets. Mindfulness helps you anchor yourself in the now, allowing you to experience each moment with greater depth and meaning. Imagine you are in a crisis situation. Your mind may be filled with thoughts about what could have been or what might happen. These thoughts can intensify stress and anxiety. Mindfulness teaches you to observe these thoughts without getting carried away by them. By bringing your attention back to the present, you find a refuge of calm amidst the chaos. An effective practice to cultivate presence is breath meditation. Sit in a quiet place, close your eyes, and bring your attention to your breath. Notice how the air enters and leaves your body. When your mind wanders, gently bring your attention back to your breath. This simple practice can help you develop greater awareness and inner calm. In addition to meditation, it is important to practice presence in your daily activities. For example, when walking, pay attention to the sensation of your feet touching the ground, the rhythm of your steps, and the surroundings. This practice of mindful walking helps you stay present and enjoy the small moments of life. Jon Kabat-Zinn also speaks about the importance of radical acceptance in the present moment. Often, we resist what is happening, wishing things were different. This resistance can increase suffering. Radical acceptance does not mean resignation, but recognizing reality as it is. By accepting the present moment, you can find greater peace and clarity. In times of crisis, it is common to feel overwhelmed by intense emotions. Mindfulness helps you observe these emotions without identifying with them. Imagine your emotions are like waves in the ocean. Instead of being swept away by them, you can learn to surf them, maintaining stability and balance. Observe the emotions that arise, name them without judgment, and allow them to pass. The practice of mindfulness also includes self-compassion. In difficult times, it is important to be kind and gentle with yourself. Acknowledge your suffering and offer words of comfort, just as you would to a dear friend. Self-compassion can be a powerful balm that helps you heal and strengthen your resilience. As you conclude this chapter, I encourage you to reflect on your relationship with the present moment. How much time do you spend worrying about the past or anxious about the future? How could you bring more mindfulness into your daily life? Remember that every moment is an opportunity to practice presence and find peace in the now. Chapter 4: Resilience, Growing Through Adversity. Resilience is the ability to recover from difficulties, to adapt and grow despite challenges. In this chapter, Jon Kabat-Zinn explores how mindfulness can strengthen your resilience, allowing you to face crises with greater strength and wisdom. Adversity is an inevitable part of life. We all face moments of pain, loss, and difficulty. However, not everyone responds in the same way. Some people seem to break under pressure, while others emerge stronger and wiser. The difference lies in resilience. Resilience is not an innate quality. It is a skill that can be developed and strengthened over time. Mindfulness is a powerful tool for cultivating resilience, as it helps you be present with your experiences, accept reality as it is, and respond consciously and effectively. One of the keys to developing resilience is radical acceptance. Accepting reality does not mean you have to like it or agree with it, but you recognize what is happening without resisting. Resistance creates additional suffering, while acceptance opens the door to transformation and growth. Imagine you are facing a very difficult situation. It could be an illness, the loss of a loved one, or a personal conflict. The mind tends to resist these experiences, to reject them and wish they were different. This resistance can intensify suffering and block your ability to find solutions. Mindfulness helps you practice radical acceptance by observing your thoughts and emotions without judgment. Allow yourself to feel the pain, sadness, fear, without trying to change or eliminate it. This attitude of acceptance allows you to process your emotions in a healthy way and find greater peace amidst the storm. Resilience also involves adaptability. Life is constantly changing, and the ability to adapt to new circumstances is crucial for your well-being. Mindfulness helps you be present and respond to changes with flexibility and creativity. Instead of getting stuck in old patterns of thought and behavior, you can open yourself to new possibilities and find innovative solutions. Jon Kabat-Zinn also speaks about the importance of compassion in developing resilience. Compassion towards yourself and others can strengthen your relationships and create a sense of community and support. In times of crisis, it is easy to feel isolated and alone. Practicing compassion connects you with others and reminds you that you are not alone in your difficulties. A specific practice for cultivating resilience is the loving kindness meditation. Sit in a quiet place, close your eyes, and bring your attention to your heart. Repeat phrases of love and kindness towards yourself, such as "May I be well, may I be happy, may I be at peace." Then extend these wishes to others, starting with your loved ones and expanding to all people, even those with whom you have difficulties. Resilience is also nurtured by a sense of purpose and meaning. In times of crisis, it can be helpful to reflect on what you truly value and what gives you meaning in life. This sense of purpose can be a source of strength and motivation to keep going, even in the most challenging circumstances. As you conclude this chapter, I invite you to reflect on your own resilience. How have you faced difficulties in the past? What internal and external resources have helped you? How could you cultivate greater resilience in your life? Remember that mindfulness is a powerful tool that can help you navigate adversities with wisdom and compassion, transforming suffering into an opportunity for growth and transformation. Chapter 5: The Practice of Meditation, a Refuge in the Storm. Meditation is a central practice in the path of mindfulness. In times of crisis, meditation can become a refuge, a space where you can find calm and clarity amidst the storm. Jon Kabat-Zinn guides us through the importance and benefits of meditation and how to integrate it into our daily lives. Meditation is much more than a relaxation technique. It is a way to cultivate presence and awareness. By sitting in silence and bringing your attention to the breath, you begin to develop a deeper and more intimate relationship with yourself. In times of crisis, this practice can be an anchor that helps you maintain emotional and mental stability. One of the most challenging aspects of meditation is dealing with a restless mind. During meditation, it is common for thoughts, emotions, and sensations to arise that can distract you. The key is not to eliminate these thoughts, but to observe them without judgment and let them pass. This practice of observation helps you develop greater equanimity and not react automatically to internal and external stimuli. Breath meditation is a simple but powerful practice. Sit in a quiet place, close your eyes, and bring your attention to the breath. Notice how the air enters and leaves your body. If your mind wanders, gently bring your attention back to the breath. Over time, this practice can help you develop greater clarity and inner calm. In addition to breath meditation, there are other practices that can be useful in times of crisis. Body scan meditation, for example, involves bringing your attention to different parts of the body, observing any sensations without judgment. This practice helps you connect with your body and release accumulated tensions. Another practice is compassion meditation, where you direct loving and kind intentions toward yourself and others. In moments of crisis, this practice can be especially helpful in cultivating an attitude of kindness and support toward yourself and others. Jon Kabat-Zinn also emphasizes the importance of creating a regular space for meditation in your daily life. It can be helpful to establish a routine, dedicating a few minutes each day to the practice of meditation. This time can become an oasis of calm and clarity amidst the daily hustle and bustle. In addition to formal meditation practice, it is important to integrate mindfulness into your daily activities. You can practice mindfulness while eating, walking, or even doing household chores. The key is to be fully present in what you are doing, without letting your mind wander into worries about the past or future. At the end of this chapter, I invite you to reflect on how you can integrate the practice of meditation into your life. Could you dedicate a few minutes each day to meditation? Or perhaps practice mindfulness during a daily activity? Remember that every moment is an opportunity to cultivate peace and clarity, even amidst chaos. Chapter 6: The Body in Crisis, Listening and Healing. In times of crisis, our body can be a barometer of the stress and tension we are experiencing. Jon Kabat-Zinn invites us to reconnect with our body, to listen to it, and to cultivate practices that promote healing and well-being. The body and mind are intrinsically connected. Stress and emotions can manifest physically in the form of muscle tension, pain, and other symptoms. Mindfulness helps you develop greater awareness of these physical manifestations and address them consciously and compassionately. A fundamental practice for listening to your body is the body scan. This meditation involves bringing your attention to different parts of the body, observing any sensations without judgment. By doing so, you can release accumulated tensions and develop greater awareness of your body. Sit or lie down in a comfortable position, close your eyes, and bring your attention to your feet. Notice any sensations, whether tension, tingling, or warmth. Then, slowly move your attention upward through the legs, abdomen, chest, arms, and head. Allow yourself to be present with each sensation without trying to change anything. In addition to the body scan, it is important to pay attention to how you move and behave in your daily life. How is your posture when sitting or walking? Are you tense or relaxed? Mindfulness helps you become more aware of these patterns and make adjustments that promote greater comfort and well-being. Physical exercise can also be a powerful way to listen to and heal your body. Activities like yoga, tai chi, and mindful walking combine movement with mindfulness, helping you develop a greater connection with your body. These exercises not only strengthen the body, but also calm the mind and reduce stress. Mindful eating is another practice that can benefit your body in times of crisis. Instead of eating automatically, pay attention to each bite, to the flavors, textures, and sensations in your body. Eating mindfully helps you develop a healthier relationship with food and more deeply appreciate the simple moments of life. Jon Kabat-Zinn also reminds us of the importance of rest and recovery. In times of crisis, it is easy to neglect sleep and rest, which can exacerbate stress and discomfort. Mindfulness helps you recognize the need for rest and create space for recovery. Practicing meditation before bed can be an effective way to calm the mind and prepare the body for restorative sleep. In addition to caring for your body on a physical level, it is important to pay attention to your emotional well-being. Intense emotions can affect your body in many ways, and mindfulness helps you address these emotions consciously. Allow yourself to feel your emotions without judgment and offer words of comfort and support to yourself. In this chapter, we have explored various practices that can help you listen to and heal your body in times of crisis. At the end of this chapter, I invite you to reflect on your relationship with your body. How do you feel physically at this moment? What signals is your body giving you? How could you integrate more mindfulness practices into your daily life to better care for your body and well-being? Remember that your body is your home, and mindfulness helps you inhabit it with greater awareness and compassion. Each moment is an opportunity to listen and heal, cultivating a sense of peace and well-being amidst difficulties. Chapter 7. Relating to others in times of crisis. Relationships are an essential component of our lives and well-being. In times of crisis, our connections with others can be both a source of support and a challenge. Jon Kabat-Zinn guides us on how mindfulness can enrich our relationships, helping us navigate difficulties with greater understanding and compassion. Crises can test our relationships, bringing to the surface latent tensions and conflicts. However, they can also be opportunities to strengthen our connections and deepen our mutual understanding. Mindfulness helps you be present in your interactions, listen attentively, and respond with compassion. One of the most important aspects of relationships is communication. Conscious communication involves being fully present while speaking and listening. When you are mindful, you can listen not only to the words, but also to the emotions and intentions behind them. This practice of active listening can transform your interactions, creating space for deeper understanding and connection. Imagine a difficult conversation with a loved one. Instead of reacting automatically or interrupting, practice attentive listening. Allow yourself to be present with what the other person is saying, without judging or planning your response. This attitude of openness and acceptance can diffuse tensions and promote more constructive dialogue. Empathy is another crucial component of mindful relationships. Empathy is the ability to put yourself in the other person's shoes, to feel what they are feeling. Mindfulness helps you cultivate empathy by increasing your capacity to be present with your own emotions and those of others. By recognizing and accepting your own experiences, you become more capable of understanding and responding to the experiences of others. Jon Kabat-Zinn also emphasizes the importance of compassion in our relationships. Compassion is an attitude of kindness and support toward others, especially in moments of suffering. Practicing compassion can help you be more patient and gentle in your interactions, strengthening your connections and creating an environment of mutual support. A specific practice that can enrich your relationships is loving kindness meditation. Sit in a quiet place, close your eyes, and bring your attention to your heart. Repeat phrases of love and kindness toward yourself, such as "May I be well, may I be happy, may I be at peace." Then extend these wishes to others, starting with your loved ones and expanding to all people, even those with whom you have difficulties. In times of crisis, it is also important to set healthy boundaries in your relationships. Mindfulness helps you recognize your own needs and communicate assertively. Setting boundaries does not mean being selfish, but taking care of yourself, so you can be present and available to others in a more authentic and sustained way. In addition to communication and empathy, gratitude is a practice that can strengthen your relationships. Taking a moment to express gratitude to others, even for small things, can create an atmosphere of support and appreciation. Mindfulness helps you be more aware of opportunities to express gratitude and to do so sincerely and meaningfully. As you conclude this chapter, I invite you to reflect on your relationships. How do you communicate with others in times of crisis? How could you incorporate more mindfulness into your interactions? Remember that every moment is an opportunity to cultivate understanding and connection, enriching your relationships and strengthening your support network. Chapter 8. Emotional Pain, Acceptance and Transformation. Emotional pain is a universal experience. At some point in our lives, we all face losses, disappointments, and suffering. Jon Kabat-Zinn guides us on how mindfulness can help us accept and transform emotional pain. allowing us to find peace and growth amid difficulty. Emotional pain can be overwhelming and disorienting. Often, our first reaction is to resist it, try to avoid it, or suppress it. However, this resistance can intensify suffering. Mindfulness invites you to adopt a different attitude. Instead of resisting the pain, observe and accept your experience as it is. Acceptance does not mean resignation. It is not about surrendering to pain, but recognizing its presence without judgment. By accepting your emotional pain, you open a space for healing and transformation to occur. This attitude of acceptance is an act of courage and compassion toward yourself. A practice that can help you accept emotional pain is compassion meditation. Sit in a quiet place, close your eyes, and bring your attention to your heart. Acknowledge the pain you feel and offer words of comfort and support to yourself, such as, "It is okay to feel pain, I am here for myself." This practice helps you develop a more compassionate and loving relationship with yourself in moments of difficulty. Jon Kabat-Zinn also speaks about the importance of observing emotions without identifying with them. Emotions are like waves in the ocean. They arise, reach their peak, and eventually dissipate. Mindfulness helps you observe these emotional waves without being swept away by them. By doing so, you develop greater equanimity and emotional stability. Emotional pain can be a signal that something in your life needs attention and care. Mindfulness helps you be present with these signals and respond consciously. Ask yourself, what is this pain telling me? What needs to be healed or changed in my life? This attitude of curiosity and openness can lead to profound growth and transformation. In addition to acceptance and observation, gratitude is a powerful practice for transforming emotional pain. Even amid suffering, there are always things to be grateful for. Practicing gratitude helps you shift your focus and recognize the blessings in your life. This practice does not eliminate pain, but can balance it with a broader and more positive perspective. Emotional pain can also be an opportunity to strengthen your relationships. Sharing your feelings with others, seeking support, and offering compassion to others can create a sense of community and connection. Mindfulness helps you be present with others in an authentic and empathetic way, strengthening your bonds and creating an environment of mutual support. The practice of mindfulness also includes self-compassion. In moments of pain, it is crucial to be kind and gentle with yourself. Acknowledge your suffering and offer words of comfort, as you would to a dear friend. Self-compassion can be a powerful bond that helps you heal and strengthen your resilience. As you conclude this chapter, I invite you to reflect on your relationship with emotional pain. How do you face it? How could you integrate more mindfulness and compassion practices into your life to accept and transform pain? Remember that every moment of suffering is an opportunity for growth and healing, and that mindfulness offers you the tools to navigate these experiences with wisdom and compassion. Chapter 9. The Wisdom of Uncertainty. Life is full of uncertainty. Often, we find ourselves in situations where the future is unknown and beyond our control. Jon Kabat-Zinn guides us on how mindfulness can help us accept and navigate uncertainty with wisdom and balance. Uncertainty can be a significant source of anxiety and stress. The human mind tends to seek security and predictability, and when these are absent, we can feel destabilized. Mindfulness invites us to change our relationship with uncertainty, accepting it as a natural part of life. Imagine you are on a boat in the ocean and a storm is approaching. You cannot control the storm, but you can control how you navigate through it. Mindfulness is your rudder, helping you maintain calm and balance as you face the unknown. The practice of mindfulness teaches you to be present with what is, no matter how uncertain or unpredictable. Instead of fighting against uncertainty, you can learn to be at peace with it, allowing yourself to experience life as it is. This radical acceptance does not mean resignation, but a willingness to face reality with clarity and courage. A specific practice to cultivate the wisdom of uncertainty is breath meditation. By sitting in silence and bringing your attention to the breath, you can observe how the air enters and leaves your body. Each inhalation and exhalation is a reminder that you are alive in this moment, regardless of what the future may bring. This practice helps you anchor yourself in the present and find stability amidst uncertainty. In addition to meditation, it is important to develop an attitude of curiosity and openness toward the unknown. Instead of seeing uncertainty as a threat, you can see it as an opportunity for growth and discovery. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How can I grow from this experience? This attitude of curiosity helps you transform uncertainty into a source of learning and personal development. Jon Kabat-Zinn also speaks about the importance of trust in times of uncertainty. Trust is not a guarantee that everything will turn out well, but a belief in your ability to handle whatever comes. The practice of mindfulness strengthens this trust by helping you develop greater awareness and resilience. By trusting yourself and your ability to face the unknown, you can find greater peace and stability. In times of uncertainty, it is also useful to remember the interconnectedness of all things. Nothing exists in isolation, and our lives are intertwined with those of others and the world at large. This understanding can help you find a sense of belonging and support, even in moments of uncertainty. Gratitude is another practice that can help you navigate uncertainty. By focusing on the things you are grateful for, you can shift your perspective and find a sense of abundance and well-being, even in the midst of the unknown. Mindfulness helps you be more aware of opportunities to express gratitude and to do so sincerely and meaningfully. As you conclude this chapter, I invite you to reflect on your relationship with uncertainty. How does uncertainty affect you? How could you incorporate more mindfulness practices into your life to accept and navigate uncertainty with wisdom? Remember that every moment is an opportunity to cultivate peace and clarity, even in the midst of the unknown. Chapter 10. The Art of Compassion. Helping and receiving help. Compassion is a fundamental quality that can transform our lives and relationships. In times of crisis, compassion toward ourselves and others is essential for well-being and resilience. Jon Kabat-Zinn guides us on how mindfulness can help us cultivate and practice compassion, both in giving and receiving help. Compassion begins with mindfulness toward ourselves. Often, we are our own harshest critics, judging ourselves harshly for our mistakes and weaknesses. Mindfulness invites us to adopt an attitude of kindness and acceptance toward ourselves. By recognizing and accepting our own difficulties and suffering, we develop a solid foundation for extending compassion to others. An effective practice for cultivating self-compassion is loving-kindness meditation. Sit in a quiet place, close your eyes, and bring your attention to your heart. Repeat phrases of love and kindness toward yourself, such as "May I be well, may I be happy, may I be at peace." Allow yourself to feel the warmth and kindness of these words, letting them envelop and comfort you. Compassion toward others involves being present with their suffering and offering support without judgment. The practice of mindfulness helps you develop greater empathy and be more attuned to the needs of others. By listening attentively and responding kindly, you can create a space of safety and support for those around you. Jon Kabat-Zinn also reminds us that compassion is not only for times of crisis, but a continuous practice that enriches our lives and relationships. By cultivating compassion daily, we strengthen our connections and create an environment of mutual support. Mindfulness helps you be more aware of opportunities to practice compassion and to do so sincerely and meaningfully. In times of crisis, it is important to remember that we all need help at some point. Accepting help can be an act of humility and courage. Mindfulness helps you recognize your own needs and ask for support when you need it. By doing so, you not only benefit yourself, but also allow others to express their compassion and strengthen their own support bonds. In addition to compassion toward others, it is crucial to practice self-compassion. In moments of difficulty, being kind and gentle with yourself can be a powerful bond that helps you heal and strengthen your resilience. Recognize your suffering and offer words of comfort, as you would to a dear friend. Gratitude is another practice that can enrich compassion. By expressing gratitude for the help you receive and for the opportunities to help others, you can create a cycle of support and appreciation. Mindfulness helps you be more aware of these opportunities and cultivate them meaningfully. Jon Kabat-Zinn also speaks about the importance of community and the practice of compassion. Connection with others is a fundamental source of support and resilience. In times of crisis, it is vital to strengthen and nurture our relationships and support networks. Mindfulness helps you be present with others authentically and empathetically, creating an environment of compassion and mutual support. As you conclude this chapter, I invite you to reflect on your relationship with compassion. How do you practice compassion toward yourself and others? How could you incorporate more mindfulness practices into your life to cultivate and express compassion? Remember that every moment is an opportunity to practice compassion, enriching your relationships and strengthening your support network. Chapter 11. Reconnecting with life. Crisis as a teacher. Crises have the potential to be powerful teachers, offering us deep lessons and opportunities to reconnect with life in meaningful ways. Jon Kabat-Zinn guides us on how mindfulness can help us see crises not just as sources of suffering, but also as moments for learning and growth. Crises can uproot us, pulling us out of our comfort zones and forcing us to confront uncomfortable realities. However, these very experiences can open us up to new perspectives, and deepen our understanding of ourselves and the world. Mindfulness helps you be present with these experiences, accept them, and draw valuable lessons from them. One of the first steps to reconnecting with life in times of crisis is to accept reality as it is. Resistance and denial can intensify suffering and block growth. Mindfulness invites you to accept the situation, even when it is painful, and to explore what you can learn from it. This acceptance does not mean resignation, but a willingness to face reality with clarity and courage. Imagine you are going through a significant crisis, such as the loss of a loved one or a drastic change in your life. Instead of resisting the pain, mindfulness invites you to sit with it, observe it, and allow yourself to feel it fully. By doing this, you can discover aspects of yourself and life that would otherwise remain hidden. The practice of mindfulness also involves cultivating an attitude of curiosity and openness toward experience. Instead of seeing the crisis as an obstacle, you can view it as an opportunity to explore new ways of being and relating to the world. Ask yourself, what can I learn from this situation? How can I grow from this experience? This attitude of curiosity helps you transform the crisis into a source of learning and personal development. Jon Kabat-Zinn reminds us that crises can also reveal our inner strengths and resources that we did not know we had. Mindfulness helps you discover and cultivate these strengths, allowing you to navigate difficulties with greater resilience and confidence. By facing challenges with an open mind and heart, you can discover a depth and capacity within yourself that may surprise you. In addition to acceptance and curiosity, gratitude is a practice that can help you reconnect with life in times of crisis. Even amid suffering, there are always things to be grateful for. Practicing gratitude helps you shift your focus and recognize the blessings in your life. This practice does not eliminate pain, but can balance it with a broader and more positive perspective. Another powerful tool is the practice of compassion, both toward yourself and others. In moments of crisis, it is crucial to be kind and gentle with yourself. Acknowledge your suffering and offer words of comfort, as you would to a dear friend. Compassion toward others can also strengthen your relationships and create a sense of community and mutual support. Jon Kabat-Zinn also emphasizes the importance of community and social support in times of crisis. Relationships and connections with others are fundamental sources of support and resilience. Mindfulness helps you be present with others in an authentic and empathetic way, strengthening your bonds and creating an environment of mutual support. As you conclude this chapter, I invite you to reflect on your relationship with crises. How do you face the difficulties in your life? How could you incorporate more mindfulness practices into your life to reconnect with life and learn from crises? Remember that every moment of suffering is an opportunity for growth and healing, and mindfulness offers you the tools to navigate these experiences with wisdom and compassion. Chapter 12: Living Fully, Integrating Mindfulness into Daily Life. Mindfulness is not just a practice for times of crisis, it is a way of living that can enrich all aspects of your life. In this final chapter, Jon Kabat-Zinn guides us on how to integrate mindfulness into our daily lives, allowing us to live with greater fullness and authenticity. Integrating mindfulness into your daily life begins with intention. Decide to live with greater presence and awareness, making mindfulness an integral part of your daily routine. This intention helps you remember to practice mindfulness in everything you do, from the most mundane tasks to the most significant moments. One of the most effective ways to integrate mindfulness into your daily life is through meditation practice. Dedicating a few minutes each day to sit in silence and bring your attention to the breath can have a profound impact on your well-being. Meditation helps you cultivate greater clarity and inner calm, which you can carry with you into all areas of your life. In addition to formal meditation, mindfulness can be integrated into your daily activities. You can practice mindfulness while eating, paying attention to the flavors, textures, and sensations in your body. When walking, you can be aware of each step, the sensation of your feet touching the ground, and the surroundings. Even activities like washing the dishes or doing laundry can be opportunities to practice mindfulness, being fully present with what you are doing. Jon Kabat-Zinn also speaks about the importance of gratitude in the practice of mindfulness. Taking a moment each day to reflect on the things you are grateful for can cultivate an attitude of appreciation and well-being. Gratitude helps you focus on the blessings in your life, balancing the difficulties with a more positive perspective. Compassion is another practice that can enrich your daily life. Self-compassion involves being kind and gentle with yourself, especially in moments of difficulty. Compassion toward others involves being present with their suffering and offering support without judgment. These practices can strengthen your relationships and create an environment of mutual support. Mindfulness also helps you develop greater awareness of your thoughts and emotions. By observing your thoughts without identifying with them, you can free yourself from negative thought patterns and automatic reactions. This greater awareness allows you to respond to situations more consciously and effectively, rather than reacting impulsively. Another important aspect of integrating mindfulness into your daily life is self-care. Taking care of yourself is essential for your well-being and your ability to be present with others. Mindfulness helps you recognize your own needs and take steps to meet them, whether through rest, exercise, healthy eating, or time for reflection and relaxation. As you conclude this chapter in this book, I invite you to reflect on how you can integrate more mindfulness practices into your daily life. Could you dedicate a few minutes each day to meditation? How could you practice mindfulness during a daily activity? How could you cultivate gratitude and compassion in your life? Remember that mindfulness is not just a practice, but a way of being. By living with greater presence and awareness, you can experience greater fullness and authenticity in all areas of your life. Mindfulness offers you the tools to live with wisdom, compassion, and joy, allowing you to navigate difficulties with grace and appreciate the blessings of life fully.